What's up, Daily Gang? Daily Kamel here, and there are some massive skill leaks on DLM that got dropped last night. It's looking like that we have skill leaks for the Rush characters. We've got Alito skills, and we've got some other deck specific skills that they are adding to the game. So let's go over things from beginning to end. Firstly, it looks like Alito will be the last regular character added to Duel Links before Rush Duel or Rush World is added to the game, and he's going to come on August 24th, so look out for that. And he's going to be bringing, you know, the Battle Boxer stuff, so we'll read some of those skills just to brush over them, but then we will be going full in depth when he is unlockable on August 24th when his event drops. So let's get into these Rush skills, man, because Rush Duel having skills is a departure from the regular format, and it tells me that, you know, Rush Duel coming to Duel Links, they are still going to put that Duel Links spin on Rush Duels. Let me know what you guys think about the Rush Duels having skills, right? So Rush Duels, if you guys don't know, they act a little differently. There's a 40 card deck, and you draw 5 cards. You draw until you have 5 cards in your hand every single turn. So with that in mind, let's read some of these skills. The first skill can be used before your normal draw if you control no monsters on your field and your opponent controls a level 7 or higher monster on turn 4 and onward. One of the cards from your normal draw this turn will be a legend monster from your deck. So if you don't know what a legend monster is, legend monsters are essentially iconic ace monsters of the old characters of Yu-Gi-Oh, and you can only have one of each kind of legend card in your deck. So you can have one legend monster, one legend spell, and one legend trap in your deck, and the legend monsters are things like Red Eyes Black Dragon, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think Jinzo is one too, something like that. Those are the legend monsters. So very interesting. I think that the cost is pretty, not the cost, the activation conditions is pretty dire. You know, you'd have to be absolutely getting smashed by your opponent in the previous turn, but again, this is kind of what you do in Rush Duels, right? You are able to make one of these one-turn comebacks, since the only way your opponent has to react to you is trap cards, right? They're a powerful monster on the field. Even though it is there, it's really only going to be serving a purpose on their turn. So you drawing a legend monster guaranteed, plus then some other cards, you might be in a very good position to come back. So let's take another look. We got Rush Skill 2. At the beginning of the duel, add to your deck, extra deck, and shuffle it. So this is probably just one of the other cards, right? This is probably some other boss monster. I don't know, it's question mark. So Rush Skill 3 can be used before your normal draw. So this looks like the other skill, the first one, but it's going to add Prima Guitarna, the Shining Superstar. So this is Roman's Ace. So this is very interesting. This is likely a generic Rush Skill 1, and then each of the characters will probably have their own version to add their ace monster to their hand, as one of the cards in the normal draw will be a Prima Guitarna. All right, very interesting. Then this next skill, add 1 7's Road Magician to your hand. This skill can only be used once per duel. Now the thing is, like, I'm very confused here. So what's the point of running the other skill that has a much more dire activation condition when you've got this skill that's like, yo, add this card to your hand, and it's not going to be a part of your normal draw, so you're still going to draw 5 cards, and then you're going to be able to add this to your hand. I think this is just better than the other ones, right? And it does look like each of these characters are going to have one of these skills. We've got one here for Prima Guitarna, Multi-Strike Dragon, Dragaius, and Yami Ruler. So very, very interesting. One thing though, these are not Rush skills. These are not listed as Rush skills. These are listed as regular skills. So I'm very confused as to what the difference between Rush skills and skills are. Kind of confusing. This one here is a 7's Road Magician. Skill, select face up monster with 1600 attack that was normal summon this turn. Give 800 attack until the end of this turn. Once per duel, if you use the skill on turn 4 and onwards, you can also return 1 card from your hand to the deck. Add 1 7's Road. And you can only begin this deck with Spellcaster. Okay. This is very confusing. This makes me think that for some reason they are trying to... that these skills that are not rush skills, for some reason they have rush cards in them. Maybe there will be a difference between skills and rush skills in Duel Links when rush duels are added, because that is very confusing, dude. The regular skills, they seem kind of better than the rush skills. We will see. Set 1 sparks from your deck or graveyard to your field once per duel. Set 1 hammer crushed from your hand to your field and draw 1 card. What? So can you activate spells when you set them? Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. Wow, this is a very different version. Hammer Crush. Alright. This skill can only be used from turn 4 and onwards. When you have more than 1,000 life points, select 1 level 5 or level 6 monster you control. The chosen monster gains 500 attack and can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of attack of a monster in attack position until the end of this turn. Monsters you control cannot attack directly during the turn you use this skill once per duel. Kind of weird. It's kind of like wanting you to follow up on a turn that you previously summoned, a tribute summon up to follow up with your big boss monster that is level 7. I don't know how I really feel about that. I was kind of looking at this one earlier. This skill can only be used on turn 2 and onward. Reveal 1 dark spellcaster type monster with 1700 or more defense in your hand to add 1 dark magician or 1 dark magician girl from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Then send 1 dark spellcaster with a 1700 attack in your hand to the graveyard. And this skill can only be used if the deck does not contain any monsters except normal monsters or monsters with less than 2500 attack. So basically, this wants you to build a deck around Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, and the restrictions say that you can only play normal monsters or monsters with less than 2500. So effect monsters must be under 2500 attack, and you can only play normal monsters with 2500 or more attack. And this thing reveals a dark spellcaster with 1700 or more defense. Maybe there's a rush duel monster spellcaster that has more than 1700 defense, but this is mainly just referring to you being able to reveal Dark Magician Girl, to add Dark Magician, and then discard Dark Magician Girl. I'm pretty sure that that is the extent of how this skill will work. And not bad, right? Dark Magician Girl is not a legend monster, so if you're playing 3 Dark Magician Girl, that is essentially 3 opportunities for you to get Dark Magician, which is your legend monster, which means you will only have 1 copy of them in your deck. So I don't know how good the Dark Magician deck is going to be, but this is a pretty good skill for it. And I think this one I didn't read. Set 1 Seal of the Ancients. Oh my god, I don't even want to look at that. All right, so that's the rush duel skills. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think the difference is between the regular skills and the rush skills? And the rush skills, right, or the skills that we have, they seem pretty generic. The skills that are rush skills up here, they don't seem very good. I think the activation requirements are a little too harsh. But this rush skill with the Dark Magician, it seems pretty well thought out. I like this, but some of these, I just really don't like them. They seem really generic. They don't seem to add any value to, you know, your deck. But these regular skills that contain Seven's Road and Rush stuff, these seem great, man. Add it to your hand, add it to your hand, add your boss monster to your hand. It doesn't get any better than that, am I right? Okay, so let's look at Alito's skills. Now, usually I don't look at the character skills before they get added, but I just wanted to glaze around them really quickly because something I want to know is if we are going to get any evidence of Alito's Battle and Boxer OCG support in these skills. So Alito has 8 skills that are leaked. This one says add bring up magic barriers for us if you're at 2000 or below. This is copying Battle and Boxer's levels. This is going to add Battle and Boxer Glassjaw from outside your deck to the graveyard. So what does Glassjaw do? When this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target. Wow, this does nothing, right? Because it's not sent to the graveyard. This is actually garbage. Why would you ever play that? All right. Can be used in your turn after you chain a counter trap to an opponent's card. Return 1 card from your hand to your deck. Set 1 counter trap from your graveyard to your field. So here's the thing, right? The thing with Battle of Boxers is that they actually have a wave of OCG support, which has not yet reached a TCG, and a lot of people are saying that Battle of Boxers are going to be garbage in Duel Links unless we get the OCG support. And one of these OCG cards is the Counter Trap Battle of Boxing Cross Counter, right? It's the only other Counter Trap we have except for Last Counter, which is kind of just like negate an attack, and yeah, and then you deal damage after it. Not very good. But this one says when your opponent activates a monster effect, destroy one Battle of Boxer or number Xyz monster you control, and if you do, negate the activation. If you do destroy that monster, then you can apply the following effect: special summon one Battle of Boxer or Xyz monster from your extract with a different name from the first monster, and if you do, attach this card to an as material. Now the thing is, right, this is a very powerful card, but Battle of Boxers are not in a good position whatsoever. So I was telling chat that I would love to see a lot of this OCG support come to the game. I'm going to make a separate video about that, so we won't talk too much about it, but definitely I do think we should get this Counter Trap in the game. I want to see the OCG support. Select one Battle of Boxer or Xyz monster you control until the end of the turn. When the selected monster destroys a monster by battle, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to half. So this is just giving it the Comet Sarcisist effect. Pretty nice. As long as there's a Battle of Boxer or Xyz monster on your side of the field, the attack of Battle of Boxer monsters increases by 100. Garbage. This says too much is unknown about this. If you control a number C or a number monster with a number over 100, you can transform into Alito V. Each of the following effects can be used once per duel while in Alito V form. Set one rank of Magic Barriers Force from outside your deck to your field. Return all number monsters that are banished in your graveyard to your extra deck. Whoa. So this is the first time we're seeing an actual transformation since Yuma's and Astral's Zexal form way back when in 2020. So let's take a look at some of Alito's chaos numbers, and he's only got 2 of them. He's got chaos number 105 Battle of Boxer Comet Cestus, which actually has a pretty good effect, and we should absolutely get this card in the game. And it basically just says it destroys a monster, you deal effect damage equal to half, and then if you have the regular number Star Cestus under it, then you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy, and then inflict damage equal to the monster's attack. So both of those effect damage effects will be halved in Duel Links, but still a very, very, very good monster. Probably one of the best Xyz monster effects that we will have in the game. Definitely the best effect damage effect that we will have in the game by far. So definitely something to look out for there. Konami has been really stingy when it comes to these really super powerful boss monsters, and Zexal has a lot of them. So the only other chaos number that he does have is C79 Battle Boxer Kaiser General, and we do actually have the regular number for number 79. It was released in the first wave of Battle Boxer support, and this guy's effect is just absolutely insane. When opponents would special summon a monster, you can detach to negate the summon and destroy the monster. And then if you have number 79 under it, when an attack is declared involving a Battle Boxer monster, you can send a Battle Boxer from your hand or deck to the graveyard and attach that opponent's monster to this card's material. So this card is absolutely insane. I don't think we'll see this in Duel Links, but you know, you can dream, right? We do have the base numbers, so I would like to see it added to the game in some form. That's it for Alito. You know, for Alito, I'm really hoping that his character rewards do match the skills, and we do get a lot of his good cards, man. Battle Boxers, they're not gonna matter in Duel Links at all unless we get some of that OCG support. So hope to see that. All right, so this is a Gaia Blackluster skill. At the start of the duel, send Dark Magician, Arisen Gaia the Fierce Knight, Charging Gaia the Fierce Knight, Mystical Elf, Karibo, Spirit Karibo, and Super Soldier Ritual from outside your deck to the graveyard. Okay. All right, so this says once per turn, add one Blackluster Soldier monster with a different name from one that is on your field from your deck to your hand. Then select up to 3 of your banished cards and return them to the graveyard. After that, if you add a Blackluster Soldier Super Soldier, you can set one Super Soldier Ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. So this is basically just trying to make Blackluster Soldier Super Soldier playable. I guess that is the extent of this skill, right? Making a level 8 monster summonable, and I guess it's going by the anime, right? This is kind of like an anime Easter egg skill, right? Because in the anime, when Yugi goes to summon Blackluster Soldier, they use either Dark Magician and Karibo or Guy the Fierce Knight and Karibo. If you look at during Duel monsters anyway, right? And then they're adding Super Soldier Ritual to the graveyard. You can banish this card, one light monster, one dark monster from your graveyard, special summon one Blackluster Soldier Ritual monster from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions. Oh, so it kind of just gives you the activation effect for Super Soldier Ritual out front so you can summon it. So Blackluster Soldier decks have never been good in Duel Links, and I hope that this skill will change that, because they did add this to the game along with the Book of Moon box. So it's a card that I think a lot of people have, but it's never been viable, and I hope it becomes viable with this skill. They're giving you all the materials and all the tools to activate it and summon it, ignoring its conditions, so I hope it works out. Next, we've got a TOON skill. During this duel, you can normal summon and set TOON monsters without tributing, and you cannot normal or special summon monsters except TOON monsters. Return one card from your hand to your deck and add one TOON world to your hand from outside your deck. This skill can only be used once per turn and twice per duel. God damn, that is a really, really good skill. It doesn't get any better than that, right? You don't have to tribute for your super powerful TOON monsters, your TOON Ancient Gear, your TOON Barrel Dragon, whatever you're gonna summon, and then you can just switcheroo for TOON World twice per duel. Now, obviously, that's not going to be the ideal scenario all the time, right? Because you're playing other cards that are going to be able to get you TOON World, like TOON Table of Contents and whatnot. But hey, TOON World is on the field, and it will let your monsters attack directly and stay on the field. That is basically what you want to do at all times. And look, if your TOON World gets Cosmic Cyclone, MST, you can activate the skill again, get another one. Even if you already have one on the field the second turn right after that, you can activate it again just to get another copy to your hand. This is a very good skill, man. While it may not push tunes into the meta, this is a very, very good skill. Wow, I'm surprised they gave them such just a generic, really good skill that does everything for them. And this one is kind of just a generic weirdo skill. It's kind of just like not enough information. All right, so that's all the skills, guys. Let me know what you think. We've got some alt arts for the 7's characters added with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Gate icon in the back, and these are the character names. We already knew them. These are the English names though: Yuga Odo, Luke Roman Cassidy, and Gavin Sogetsu. So yeah, man, 7's is going to be absolutely massive in Duel Links. A lot of these skills are very, very interesting. And what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think is the difference between rush skills and these regular skills that have rush cards listed in them? I want to know what you think the difference is, because these regular skills, they seem much better than the rush skills. Maybe for every rush duel deck, you could have a regular skill and a rush skill, and you can only use them at certain times. I don't know, dude. Let me know what you guys are thinking. The Alito skills, I hope we get that OCG support, man. Otherwise, you know, Battle Boxers are out of here, dude. It's whatever. They're going to come and they're going to go. That skill, those skills are good, but let's get some of that OCG support as well. And the TOON and Blackluster Soldier skills do look very, very interesting. Maybe not meta breaking, but definitely going to help the decks become playable. So guys, peace out. That's all from me, and I'll see you around.